Today, we witnessed what some consider to be the most important January 6 hearing to date. There was powerful testimony from one of the most respected conservative lawyers in the Republican Party, warning ominously that the threat to democracy isn't over and that former President Donald Trump and his allies present, quote, a clear and present danger in 2024. Former federal judge Michael Luttig said Vice President Mike Pence prevented what would have been a revolution within a constitutional crisis. Strong words. And we learned today that rioters came within 40 feet of Mike Pence. And we saw new pictures today of the former vice president huddled in a secure location under the Capitol, reading Trump's tweets. In the words of one of the committee witnesses, if the violent mob had found Mike Pence, they probably would have killed him. And we have some new reporting. CBS News has learned that former President Trump is following these hearings, and he is reportedly furious. We have team coverage tonight, starting with CBS's Scott MacFarlane on Capitol Hill. Scott, good evening.
Hey, Nora, the committee detailed an unprecedented pressure campaign against Mike Pence, which ignited the crowd, some of whom the committee says were willing to kill Pence. The riotous mob got within 40 feet of an evacuating Mike Pence on January 6th. Pence's lawyer, Greg Jacob, was with him.
I don't think I was aware that they were as close as that.
At least some willing to murder, according to the committee and an FBI informant.
The Proud Boys would have killed Mike Pence if given a chance.
The committee contended the mob was egged on by a tweet from Donald Trump saying Pence lacked courage.
The situation was already bad, and so it felt like he was pouring gasoline on the fire by tweeting that.
New images showed Pence hiding in an underground safe room. The committee also showed Trump in the Oval Office on the morning of January 6th when he put final pressure on Pence to block certification of the election in an explosive phone call.
The conversation was pretty heated. It was a different tone than I'd heard him take with the vice president before.
Ivanka Trump telling an aide what vulgarity he called the vice president.
Do you remember what she said her father called him?
The P word.
His aides say Pence never considered the scheme devised by California lawyer John Eastman to have the former vice president reject the electors and throw the election to Trump.
There is no justifiable basis to conclude that the vice president has that kind of authority.
The committee said even Trump's chief of staff and Eastman himself knew the plan was bogus and dangerous. Former White House lawyer Eric Hirschman said he warned Eastman.
You're saying that you believe the vice president, acting as president of the Senate, can be the sole decision maker as to, under your theory, who becomes the next president of the United States? And you said yes. And I said, are you out of your effing mind? I said, you're going to cause riots in the streets.
After the attack, Eastman emailed Rudy Giuliani asking to be considered for a pardon.
I assert my Fifth Amendment right against being compelled to be a witness against myself.
And when deposed by the committee this past December, Eastman took the Fifth more than 140 times. Conservative Judge Michael Luttig, an outside advisor to Pence, said the threat to democracy remains to this day.
Donald Trump and his allies and supporters are a clear and present danger.
During the hearing, there was a letter release sent by the Justice Department to the January 6th committee asking the committee for copies of all the transcripts from all their interviews. The committee won't comment, but in the letter, the Justice Department says it needs those transcripts, Nora, to prosecute more January 6 criminals.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you.